so you don't throw it in. So you don't throw.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. And today, y'all, we basically gonna get right back into that story time that I was telling y'all before. I'm not sure what I'm gonna title this video now because, like I told y'all, this is a whole series. The people that play a part in this series are basically throughout the whole story up until basically the beginning of 2020. So y'all bear with me, but the title probably gonna be part 2, and then as the series go on, it's gonna be different titles, but it's gonna be like basically around the same thing. So we basically, if you haven't watched part 1, go watch part 1. I'm not gonna recap or nothing like that. We're gonna basically pick up where we left off. And that's going to be that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you're notified every time I upload. And let's get straight into the video. You dig? Alright, y'all. So basically where I left off, I believe me and Fine Boy. So we're going to give my ex an actual name because Fine Boy ain't going to cut it because he was fine back then, but he ain't fine now. So we gonna give him an actual name. His name gonna be Chris. So me and Chris, we doing good. We together, whatever. By this time, it is May. So it's May, June time frame. And we doing good. I mean, nothing major has happened. But by this, actually, we was doing good, but around June, we started getting a little rocky. Because, mind y'all, I told y'all, he had that surgery. So, by this time, he's still always in his room. He not going nowhere. He not doing nothing. And I'm with him, too. But I'm starting to get tired of always being in the room and doing that stuff like that. Like, I was getting tired of it. So, I started going out more. So, started going out more with my friends. And he wasn't really feeling that. He was like, I'm basically used to laying up with you, being with you, and now you want to go out and do bald head hoe shit, bald head hoe shit, get it, bitch, bald head hoe shit. That's because I was 20 and I was ready to, come on now, it's Hawaii, the hell? So I was going out more and he ain't like that. So we would argue and stuff about that. And by this time, I'm like more into the company, and people, females from the company, they starting to get more comfortable with me. So I'm starting to go out with them more, starting to hang out with them more and stuff like that. He ain't like that either, because come to find out, Chris had dang on there at every girl in the company, every African American girl. And like I told y'all, the company was dang near all African American. So he dang there for every African American girl in the company. Little to my knowledge. I found this out by hanging out with the girls in the company. I'm like, dang, like, what the heck? Okay, at least he ain't doing that now. My naive ass thinking he ain't doing that now because, I mean, I'm in his room 24/7. When does he have the time? So, that, I'm starting to find out little stuff like that, and I'm starting to, question him, like, I heard you at this girl. I heard you at this girl. And he would be like transparent about it. He would be like, oh yeah, but that was before you, like, you can't get mad. So anytime I would ask him about a girl, he would be upfront about it. He'd be like, yeah, but that was then, that was then, that was then, that was then. And stuff like that. And they was just a F. They was just a F. They was just a F. Okay, cool. So, mind y'all, like I said, I was going out more. I was doing my thing. It's around June time, and we find out that our company is deactivating. In Army, that means your company is like not needed. So they separate you into different companies around wherever you station, or they send you to another duty station. So I had found out that I was going to be going to another duty station, and that's here, Fort Bragg. And he found out that he was going to be going to another duty station, not where I was going to be. So this time we really starting to argue because we ain't going to be stationed together. Like, it's kind of, we kind of both know it's the end, but we still holding on like, oh, I really mess with you, da da da. So, we still holding on. May, June. So in June, at the end of June, we had got in another argument, like a real bad argument. And I left the room and did my whole normal routine, like I told y'all that I used to do. So then I hit up Timothy again, y'all. I know, I should never did it, but it happened. I hit up Timothy again. Me and Timothy did the do again. And yeah, by this time, me and Chris, we had this break was like a 3 to 4 day break. So I was with Timothy that whole 3 to 4 that me and Chris was talking. I was with Timothy the whole time. So we we chilling, we watch TV, doing it over and over again, stuff like that. So after the 3 to 4 hiatus, he finally hit me up, and then about me and my boo, we get back together. So yeah. So to me, it wasn't necessarily cheating, like we wasn't together, like, but I knew we was getting back together, so that's why I say I cheated, but I ain't really cheating. So that happens, and that's around end of June. July come, and it's the beginning of July come, and that's when we all like PCS to our new places. But before we PCS, we end of July, sorry. End of July come, and we all PCS into our new places. But before you PCS, you basically get a 30-day leave to go home and all of that. So I went back to California, and Chris went back to where he went back to. Mind you, we still together. Everything's still close but steady. Oh, let me backtrack. The girls, it's only one girl that's important that I met in Hawaii while I was there too. Like one of the girls in my company. And we're going to call her Sarah. Now, Sarah, I met her and we was cool. And I met her through like other girls that had already started talking to in the company. She was cool. She opened up to me actually real fast. In June, she had told I was just walking in the hallway, and she stopped me one day, and she was like, "Girl, you know I'm pregnant." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Da, da, da. She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Who's the baby father?" and stuff like that. And she told me about this light-skinned dude. And this is really important to this whole series, so pay attention and keep this in the back of your head. She told me about this light-skinned guy. She said he wanted the baby, she was happy, they was gonna keep it, and yada, yada, yada. So I was like, okay, that's good, stuff like that. My job, this is a key point too. It had the girls that I met prior, they had told me that Sarah and Chris had messed around. And I was like, okay. So, but this is when I wasn't cool with Sarah. So I had went and asked Chris, I'm like, oh, you messed around with Sarah too? And this is one that he was adamant that he did not mess around. He was like, no, da da da. Mind you, they used to hang out. Like I used to see them hang out and stuff. Like before we started talking, I used to see them hang out, but I used to see them hang out with like a group of people. But he was like, no, that's sis, da da da. We would never, blah blah blah. And then later down the line, I would say when me and Sarah got cool, I kind of had brought it up casually, and she was like, yeah, we did like one time. And I was like, okay, he's saying that y'all didn't. That's weird. And she was like, I don't know why he's saying that, but yeah, we did. So I didn't know who to believe. My naive, dumb, stupid ass was like, yeah, I'ma just believe him because he always like tell the truth about the other ones. Why would he just lie about you? He told the truth about everybody else. Why would he just say he ain't mess with you? But yeah, so my naive dumb ass, I was like, you lying, girl. But I brushed it off like, okay, it don't even matter. Like, that's old. So, okay, so keep that in the back of your head. She's pregnant. And me and her was going to the same next duty station. So keep all of that in your mind. So end of July comes, and I go on. Okay, it was the beginning of July. So beginning of July comes, and we PCS, we go. So I'm in California. I'm chilling, partying with my friends for 30 days. Saw my mama, saw my sisters, saw everybody. So I'm having fun, like it's lit or whatever. And I get this, it was just one day. It was like into the middle of my leave. And I get this random DM, not even DM, this random snap. And it's a screenshot of some messages. I'm like, what's this? So I click on the picture, and it's between Chris and some girl, and he's sending his D pic to her, and they talking back and forth sexual talk. And I'm like, who is this? But it was like a catfish Snapchat profile. So I'm like, what the heck? So they was like, just watch your man, just watch your man. And I'm like, so this got to be a girl that's messing with him. And then she just didn't want to, she wasn't brave enough to send it from her own stuff. So she just sent it from this random profile. So I knew it was his because he had sent me that exact picture. So I was like, you're disgusted. So I go to him and I'm like, what is this? Da 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 da. So he talking, he was like, that's old. Da, da. I said, you just sent me this picture. Like, this is not old. You just sent me this picture. You just took this picture. Like, no, it's not old. You're lying. This is not old. So he was like, man, it's not that serious, blah, blah, blah. I was just playing. You was playing. You was playing. Let me send a coochie pic and be playing. And I'm playing. So whatever. I was like, I'm done with you. Da, da, da. I'm going to leave. I'm probably laying anyways. Like, I don't care. I was like, I'm done with you. So he every day begging me back. Da, da, da. I had asked for my address, sent me some edible arrangements, the little fruit basket or whatever. And I'm starting to, like, you know, warm up to it. Like, I might get back with you or whatever, like, ever like that. Because we still texting every day and stuff like that. He apologizes and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about it. But then, y'all, now we get to the part of how I got caught up. So after me and Timothy had did that whole 3 to 4 day hiatus, we didn't talk after that. After that, it was done. Like, I think he had got a girlfriend after that. So we was just, he was a thing of the past. I wasn't even worried about him. So apparently, Timothy's girlfriend knew Chris before I knew Chris. So I guess she seen that me and Timothy had some messages in the phone or whatever. So the girlfriend takes it upon herself to hit Chris up, and she knew Chris. So she hit him up. She was like, yeah, your girlfriend and my boyfriend, he was my boyfriend at the time, but I thought you should know that they had messed around while y'all was together a couple times and stuff like that. So she basically outed me. She told him everything that she seen in that dang old phone. When I tell y'all Hawaii is small, everybody know everybody. I don't know why I thought I was good. I thought I got away with it. I was like, yeah. So when she did that, he sent me all the screenshots and stuff. He was like, I knew you was up to no good. I'm over here trying to apologize to you, and you a whole cheater. He was like, you mad over some little messages, but you over here effing dudes and stuff like that. I was like, boy, we wasn't even together. Like, he was like, it don't even matter. You knew we was getting back together. You knew we was getting back together. I ain't know nothing. So we argued back and forth. I'm like, that still don't change the fact that you was still texting another girl. So we arguing back and forth my whole entire leave. Mind y'all, he's from where I'm about to BCS to. So his leave was a little longer than mine. So once I arrived here, he was supposed to pick me up from the airport and stuff like that because he was still going to be here because he's from here. So we argued back and forth, and I would say like a week and a half goes on, and we both end up like, okay, we both messed up. Let's just, see where it goes. We didn't get back together just yet, but we was like, let's just see where it goes. It is what it is. Clean slate. Okay. So leave ends, and I go to Fort Bragg here. So it's August. So I come in the middle of August, and he picked me up from the airport. We still kind of not like, we vibing, but we ain't vibing. So he comes and he pick me up and he take me on post, take me to the new visitor center and basically show me the ropes of where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to do, stuff like that. So we end up spending a couple of days together. He wasn't really around like that because he still with his family, you know, and he about to PCS. He got stuff to do so he could go to his next duty station. So we was still hanging out, but we wasn't hanging out like that. So I would say it was like 4 or 5 days and he left to his next duty station, but we still talking every day. And I would say by the end of August, we was back together. So I'm here. It's cool. Whatever. So September comes around. The girl, what I call her, Sarah, she still has not came to the duty station because mind y'all, I told y'all she was pregnant, so I think she was like going through her own thing, but that's her personal business. But she still has not arrived to this duty station. So me and him, we still talking every day. Mind y'all, also Chris's cousin was here too. So it's September, the end of September, and me and Chris arguing once again, and we going back and forth. And he was like, one thing about Chris, he had a slick mouth, like his mouth was just disgusting. So his cousin had came to my room. We was cool in Hawaii prior because he was also in Hawaii too. So we was cool in Hawaii prior. So he came to my room and I was on FaceTime with Chris, and Chris like, why you got that nigga in your room? Like, that ain't cool. Like, what is you doing? You a whore? And I was like, wait. He was like, you a whore. Like, you want to be a hoe so bad. He was like, you got this nigga in your room. I said, this is your whole entire cousin. What do you think I'm about to do with your cousin? So after that, with all the arguing built up, and then you just called me out my name, I'm done with you. Like, after that, I was done. No, ain't no getting back together. Ain't no saying I'm sorry. Ain't no none of that. When I tell you I was done, I was done. So it was like the middle of September. We broke up, and I was good. Like, he would still hit me up once in a while, but it wasn't no, like, we getting back together. None of that. It was done. I was cool off him. I don't know if he was real cool off me, but I know I was cool off him, and I was moving on. So that's when October comes, and it's the end of October. It's October 31st, and that's when I meet the dude that I had got. Remember the story time? Like, I think it was a while back, and I had said that I had gotten in a fight with the side chick. I had got with that dude, and we're gonna call that dude Tristan because he not relevant to this series because I already did his little thing. He already had his chapter book. He already had his tape. So he not relevant. So we just gonna call him Tristan, but he ain't relevant to the series. So this is the end of this one. That's how I got caught cheating. That's how that ended. And it's more to this story to unravel, y'all. When y'all hear the rest of this story, y'all mind is gonna be blown. But that's it for part 2. Stay tuned for the next. I think it's gonna be like 3 more videos, y'all, about this. So stay tuned. Thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you're notified every time I upload. And share this with your auntie, uncle, brother, sister, cousin. Shoot, everybody. And stay tuned. You dig? Ugh.